All right guys, I'm tucked in here in the rear wheel well of this Sprinter dually. So a lot of people ask me, why the King 3.0s? Do you recommend another shock? Is the King 3.0s the only one you recommend? No, it's not. There's other brands out there. On this Sprinter dually vans, the shock is mounted inboard of the axle. It is mounted on the back side here. We mount them back here. This is how they're mounted from the factory. So they're mounted inboard, as opposed to the single rear wheel that's mounted out here, outboard. So because of how close the rear shocks are, you can see the OEM one on the right rear is still here, right? That's where they're mounted. How close they are to each other, the difference between how much body roll you get in these vans. The 3.0 King shocks, how much fluid is in there, how big the valves are, how big the shaft is, and if you have to decide between a shock that's mounted outboard on the frame versus inboard, I think the King 3.0, no question, does the best job controlling the body roll on a dually van. A lot of it has to do with how they're mounted from the factory. Because they're mounted inboard, I think the King 3.0 is the best option. There's a lot of other great options out there, but for these vans, we kind of think that's one of the best. We do a lot of other kits, but this one performs absolutely excellent on these vans, since it's our number one choice. So, all right, let's talk about fender flares on these vans. We want to put the super single Ryka wheels on here with a bigger tire. The factory fender flare curves a lot in towards that tire. The clearance is not enough to make that work. So Terrawagon, which is right here in Portland, Oregon, makes replacement rear fender flares. It's the Mondo Mudguard in the front that we did, and then now their new product, their Mondo Mudguard in the back, gets rid of the factory OEM mud flap, and then this one curves kind of more back and not towards the tire to make sure we have enough room for the larger wheel, the larger tire. So that's kind of the build breakdown on this guy. We're gonna be done with it here probably by the end of the day, so look for more pictures on our videos. If you wanna see more vans, check out all our social medias, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Check us out, follow us for more, and we'll see you there. Thanks guys.